Hey, what's going on? You know who it is. You know what it is. All right, you guys, peep game. So I'm going to let you guys hear some commentary by the Hall of Famer Tim Bradley in regards to this Inoue and Steve Fulton's situation. Now, I'm seeing a lot of different comments and thoughts on this whole issue, and I'm going to speak on them in this video and then in a separate video. But check this out.
Fulton and his camp claiming that there is a major safety concern with the way that Inoue puts forth his tape. They say he stacks the tape, that there's excessive tape, and that when all is said and done, his raps create a cast-like substance with the way that they stack it. For the record, he has fought in the state of Nevada, and it has been approved. He has fought numerous times in Tokyo and throughout Japan, and that has been approved by the commission. What is your read here?
So you can't put tape directly on the skin. What you have to do is you have to put a little bit of gauze around, and then you're able to put some tape there, and then you can put the gauze over and some tape. What Inoue's doing is he's basically somewhat building a cast around his hand with tape, which is illegal. You can't put it on the bare skin. And after I watched that video, I was saying, my God, like, it's a lot of tape that he's putting around to protect his hand. And then he's going to put gauze, more tape, and gauze again, and more tape. That's called double stacking. You cannot do that in boxing. I don't know who let him get away with that in Nevada or wherever he fought. It's not right. It's basically, I'm sure his punch is probably intensified by times 10 when he hits his opponents. No doubt about it.
All right, you guys. So those are words from the Hall of Famer Tim Bradley. Tim Bradley would know a thing about, hand wraps and stacking gloves and, that type of situation because he was a professional boxer. At the end of the day, I'm just looking at comments on certain channels talking about this issue. Now, it comes down to what type of content some of these content creators put out. Like, what is their agenda on their channel? What is their subject matter? Where you have some of these dudes that are black that love to attack black people and sometimes black fighters to gain a mass audience of, different type of races from all walks of life to basically bond together to attack black people and black fighters as a whole. Now, I'm not referring to any particular person, but if you respond to this, then obviously you're guilty of doing that. I'm going to let you self-incriminate yourself. So if you feel that's not you, then no need to respond. But if you respond, I'll respond to you. Now, with that being said, then you have some people that's just being objective. Like me, I'm just being objective. I did a video where I basically broke this down, where there were several incidents of fighters that were accused of doing this. And to make sure people didn't accuse me of, oh, I'm just picking on Inoue because he's, not black. I brought up Felix Trinidad. I brought up Oscar De La Hoya. Keep in mind, there was a person I forgot. I brought up Mikhail Kessler. Now, keep in mind, as far as people talking about commissions and, they catch everything, that's been proven. That's a damn lie. Okay. That's been proven. That's a damn lie because how come Margarito was allowed to tamper and alter his gloves without them catching them? Now, keep in mind, had the late great Nassim Richardson had not caught Margarito, he would have been allowed to use that crap against Sugar Shane Mosley, and no telling what type of damage he could have possibly did to Sugar Shane Mosley. And then when Margarito was caught, he tried to play stupid, And then here's the thing. His trainer should have lost his license to be ringside, and he was allowed to continue to train people and be, ringside. The same way Panama Lewis got banned, and rightfully so. I have no problem with Panama Lewis being banned because basically he got caught. He did something that was totally wrong. And no, I'm not going to give Panama Lewis a pass because he was black. He broke the rules. He went to jail as he should. Margarito should have went to jail and he should have been never allowed to fight again. But, at the end of the day, when you got the backing of powerful and people that got a lot of influence, we get it. So, no, I'm not picking on Inoue. And once again, this is a concern. Now, you have people coming in the comment section, but you better not bring that stuff here talking about Fulton need to just shut up and fight. No, he doesn't. It's a legitimate concern. But since Inoue has basically said, okay, well, I'm not changing anything different to accommodate you. Well, Steve Fulton should follow suit. Okay, fine. You get to wrap your hands like that. Okay, I'm going to wrap my hands like that. But Timothy Bradley broke it down. But when it comes to Inoue and his newfound fan base, at the end of the day, we already know why he has this huge fan base. Is starting to build up this huge fan base because he's not black. And we all know when it comes to these type of fights, anybody but the brothers. And I just saw an excellent video by Goodfella Sports TV about how people that are not from America or people from America will root for fighters that may not be from the States against a black fighter from the States. And like I said, people can play these games all they want and say, hey, town, don't make this about race. Oh, I am. Because I've been on this planet way too long. The difference between me and other people, I'm not going to be afraid to talk about it because I'm worried about gaining subs or losing subs. I am who I am, and people know it by now. So don't come on here trying to be my PR person on how to run my channel. I've been there, done that with that. I love your channel. You have a great channel, but you shouldn't always make everything about race. Why not? I'm just calling out the imbalance and the unfair treatment. Because I wonder if this was the other way around, what would people be saying? I guarantee you they would be all over Steve Fulton saying, hey, Steve Fulton's a cheater. He's this and he's that. Now, keep in mind, whenever there's any speculation of possibly a black fighter being on PEDs, then all of a sudden people quick to label him, just like the whole situation with Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao with the IV. People immediately came making videos calling Floyd Mayweather a cheater, and it was no significant proof. And then keep in mind, Manny Pacquiao's camp admitted that they got notification from the Floyd Mayweather camp about the IV. So it was much to do about nothing, but people just wanted to put out videos, basically, trying to put speculation around Floyd Mayweather. But getting back to the Steve Fulton thing, it's a legitimate concern. And if it was the other way around, my sentiments would be the same. I would say if Steve Fulton is double stacking his gloves, he shouldn't be doing it. And if he's violating the rules, he should be punished. That's just real talk. When it comes to boxing, my concern is the safety for the fighter. And that's just real talk. Yeah, of course I'm a black man. So am I going to show a little bias towards somebody from my own community? You damn right. The same way y'all do it. The difference between me and y'all don't want to admit it because y'all ain't man enough or woman enough to admit it. But you try to make me feel guilty about it, which you not. I told you. There's plenty of channels that like to play them games. They don't think it's about race. You go take your ass over to those channels. But you're going to get the real on my channel. I don't like this situation. It's not right. Double stacking your gloves can do serious damage to a person. You can really hurt a person. At the end of the day, these dudes is putting their life on the line. And if a dude has an unfair advantage, then that's just not right. So they are refusing to cooperate, Team Inoue. So I guess he got to fight fire with fire. So if he fights fire with fire and he ends up winning or stopping him, then I don't want to hear nothing about, well, he had his gloves stacked and all that kind of stuff. Because remember, this is what you guys were saying, that he needs to quit crying and all that kind of stuff. But like I said before, us black people, we ain't never allowed to have an issue. We just supposed to accept whatever terms and condition is directed towards us. Anytime there's a deal, directed towards us, just take the first lowball, deal that's thrown at us. Don't try to negotiate. Take whatever somebody gives you, right? Don't negotiate, right? And that's another reason why we're in the situation that we're in. We have a right to negotiate. We have a right to have issues and complain if something is not on the up and up. And y'all need to get over that. Real talk. And if you one of them black dudes that's afraid to call something out that you believe ain't right, then the problem is with you. So, in closing, now, based off what you found out about Inoue, now it's starting to look like you may be building a cloud of suspicion behind him. Because one, the issue that Nonito Donaire had with the gloves, him bringing out gloves that wasn't sealed. And then now you had the issue with drug testing. It's random drug testing. You agreed to it. Now you have this issue with how his hands are wrapped. But at the end of the day, the reason why people are going in on Steve Fulton, because they just really want him to lose at all cost. And that's just the real. But anyway, I just wanted to get that out. Appreciate you guys, tapping in. Anyway, this your boy Town Biz. I'm out.